So General Magic has two contributions to make to the area of personal communications. One is on the side of devices that you hold in your hand. And our key contribution there really is to make them easy to use, especially compared with computers. Even though personal computers are excellent communications devices today, many people are not able to use them because they're too complicated. They just can't understand them. There's so much you have to know, even to do little things. So with MagicApp 4 years ago, we decided to try and create a system that can be used by the average telephone user or television watcher, which is to say everyone. So our vision is to get this digital technology into everyone's lives, so you count on it and use it, just like people count and use on the telephone today. And so the key barrier, as I say, is the complexity, the ease of use. And we've addressed that in MagicApp by using simple real-world metaphors. So people can take the sort of common sense and experience that they've been building up about the real world their whole lives and apply it to the world on the other side of the screen, the world of the device. We've been reasonably successful with that so far, but we have a ways to go yet. As well. You know, it will never be easy enough to use. The Macintosh was much more easy to use than DOS, which came before it, but it's not good enough to use for other people. And I don't think MagicApp is, even though I think MagicApp is much better than the things that came before. It will always be a lot of invention at making it better and better to use. But since the mission of the company was to make this new class of device, once we got into it, we also found out that we needed a new kind of service in order to make it easy to use and flexible for people. We didn't know quite how to do that, but we were lucky enough to run into someone who did, Jim White, who's a brilliant communications architect. He had a vision that was very sympathetic with the vision that we had for the devices. Another aspect of the device I didn't mention is it's highly customizable, because we believe that little objects that you carry around with yourself all the time become very, very personal. You wouldn't just wear your clothes in any color. Your clothes are a reflection of your personality. So your device must be able to do that as well. So we made it very highly customizable. Well, it's important for the network to be customizable as well, and traditional communication architectures make the network very stiff and rigid and hard to change. The brilliant insight of Telescript is really, what if the only software you had to install in the network was a programming language, and suddenly all the features could be made up by anyone. You don't have to be a communications wizard or get special permission to install your code on the server. You can just write a little Telescript program. We call the little Telescript programs agents because they travel representing the user. They're an agent for the user. And we think the Telescript technology, if widely adopted, has the potential of turning the network from a pipe that carries bits from place to place into a platform where an ecology of Telescript agents can be interacting with each other constantly on the behalf of their human progenitors. And so that's basically MagicApp and Telescript. Each of them are useful in and of themselves, but working together is where the magic really happens.